Hey everybody, it's Qqcknd and welcome back to another 5 Fact Friday. My hair is looking really light and I don't know, am I going for that Kim K wet look or am I just lazy? This is the lightest my hair has been in like an eternity. So let me push it back so I can see my root and feel better. Thank you guys always for your submissions on my Twitter for 5 Fact Friday. It makes things a lot easier, so please feel free to follow me on Twitter at Qcknd. If you don't have a Twitter, I'm really sorry. Some people have said that to me too, but some of you guys know that Snapchat actually got so bad for me because I like replying to you guys, but my Snapchat's so bad I can't even open it. Next time I get a new phone though, I am going to get a larger phone. This is the smallest iPhone and one of the older iPhones, so my phone just like collapses in itself. I actually have a hard time opening Instagram lately too. I don't know if that's just me, but I want to jump in. Tattoo Talk Tuesday was filmed. I filmed it, I just haven't edited it, so hopefully that comes out this weekend, as well as a entire back to school t-shirt DIY, like easy upgrades. This t-shirt is going to be on it, as well as some t-shirts and some looks for back to school. And if you are grown like me, back to school time is just like something I'm still excited for because there are sales and it is summer to fall transition, which is my favorite wardrobe time of the year. So the word back to school doesn't get me angry, like I'm 26. But you know, some of you guys are younger, or you're going to college, or you're going to beauty school. It's gonna come out this weekend, as well as possibly Tattoo Talk Tuesday as well. So thank you guys so much for all the positivity on the Stranger Things like making of video. That was actually super fun. Some people commented and they were like leafy vibes, and I get it because I had the webcam and I had the mic set up, and it was actually really fun to do a different type of video on my channel. As a lifestyle channel, it's cool to like have that and be able to like branch out and stuff. So that was cool for me. So I'm gonna answer some of your questions today. First of all, so last week I posted a picture of this like beautiful lake and a veggie burger, and then a couple minutes later I was like, we almost got arrested. So the story goes, we went to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. Some people don't really know about the Pine Barrens. There's a legend that the Jersey Devil lives there, but for us, it's just like a really great foresty area. It has a lot of natural waters that were like, I don't know, they used to be quarries and then they filled up with water and they're beautiful. We've swam there for years, and then last summer a kid died there, so we heard like a ton of rumors that it was like really hard to swim there now, that there's a police presence, but our plumber Steve has never been there, so we wanted to go there and like really show him. And we got there and Steve had like a whole cooler of beers, and I was like, hey, I worked all day, I'll crack one open. There's like a really cool like roadside burger spot that always has like Old Bay fries and burgers and breakfast all day and veggie burgers. So we picked up some essential burgers, went to the spot. We were probably there for like 25 minutes. I had literally just opened my beer because I don't really drink like that, and the police came, and they're called something, game wardens, which is supposed to be a big deal. They have bulletproof vests on. They came up behind us and like blocked in our car. They both had two trucks that they pulled up with like tinted windows. They came out with a bulletproof vest, police written across it, and they were like, what are you guys doing? And I don't want to be arrested ever, so I'm already starting to talk. And he was like, how did you find this place? And I was like, oh, well, if you look on Instagram, there is a ton of people here, so we just clicked on the map on Instagram. That wasn't, I mean, it was a lie because we've been going there for a few years, but even if you pull this up, like here's the veggie burger pic, if you click on the geotag, it really is people swimming. So he was like, oh, I hope you guys know you can't be here. And I was like, I didn't know that. All these people are swimming. Like, I had packed my bathing suit, but I was still eating, thankfully, so I hadn't, like, changed into it yet, because I think swimming would have been a huge deal. So the police were like, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys from? What do you guys do for work? And when it was, like, my turn to talk, he was like, what do you do for work? And I was like, oh, I'm a shampoo girl. And he was like, oh, I thought you were gonna say tattoo artist. And I'm, like, looking at Steve, like, like, no, I shampoo people. Give them a shampoo. And I didn't have my ID with me because I did just get off of work. And I, like, try to leave my wallet at home when I, like, can't spend money. So all that happened, and I didn't have my ID, so I was trying to be just, like, really kind. And the boys had their IDs. So the one cop was, like, just talking to me. And he's like, how old are you? And I was like, 26. And he was like, no, really? And I was like, 26 years old. He was like, when's your birthday? And I told him quickly, you know, I guess, like, that's a trick that they do. So I was, like, just trying to convince this dude my life. And then he was like, do you have tattoos all over your body? Which is my least favorite question, because it always means, like, are your boobs tattooed? Like, what does that mean? So I was like, yeah. Yes. He was like, oh, how many tattoos do you have? And I was like, well, I'm almost finished getting done. I have, like, a half body suit, I guess. And he's like, well, how many? And I was like, 25? 26, my age. And then he was like, have you ever had your ribs tattooed? And I was like, I went to do this, like, yeah. And when I went to do that, he was like, whoa, don't pull up your dress or anything. And I was like looking at Steve, like, what? So I was like, oh no, my ribs are tattooed. I wasn't gonna pull up my dress. I also wasn't wearing a dress. I was wearing 2 pieces of clothing separate. Oh, don't pull up your dress. So I'm trying to, like, kill these dudes with kindness, because they had us there for, like, 45 minutes, like, kind of in this corner, their cars surrounding us, and they were telling us that we were trespassing, that it was illegal for us to have open, like, beers and stuff, so all that was illegal. And they were like, how many beers do you have? And I was like, Steve brought the beers. And Steve was like, half a case. So we had 15 beers with us, which did not look good, especially between the 3 of us, which, like, obviously meant, like, either Steve and I were getting fucked, or, you know, John, our driver, was drinking too, but, you know, we had planned on being there for a while. We were just having beer with food. I don't drink that much, so obviously Steve would have went home with most of those beers, but he always, like, has this, like, bag, this, like, cooler bag anyway. Like, even I mentioned in the Stranger Things behind the scene lookbook, like, Steve came with beers. Like, Steve comes with beers. So the police were like, we're gonna decide what we're gonna do. They ran both of the boys' IDs. I didn't have one. I mean, I'm not really out here committing crimes, but it just doesn't, it's illegal in itself to not have your ID. Someone can decide to give you a ticket for not having an ID. They can just decide to give you tickets for all those reasons. I couldn't prove that I was over 21 legally, and you know, you can't have open containers. And some people in the Instagram thread commented, and they were like, well, I live in Louisiana and I can have an open container and it's super cool. And I was like, well, around here you can go to jail if the cop decides. And we were trespassing. So he came back and he was asking, he told us, you know, you're allowed to be here if you have a fishing license. And Steve has a fishing license in Pennsylvania. So they kind of quizzed him on fishes and all this stuff, and he actually, like, really knows about it. And I mean, Steve isn't vegan, but he's, like, an ethical fisher. He, like, buys dissolving lures and stuff like that. He's just, like, into fish. I don't know. That's my guy, though. So after talking to Steve for 100 years about different fish and where Steve likes to catch fish, they said that they decided, you know, that we weren't there to party. And that we really did just come to like check out the water and take pictures. And I showed them like I really was there to take pictures, and that I was like, hey, you know, I live in Philly, I'm not here to like litter. I wasn't gonna throw these beers in the water, like I hate litter. We come here to like get away from it all. And he was like, all right, we believe you. But they did take our beers, and they had John put all the beers in the back of one of their trucks. And you know, what do they don't throw them out. I don't know. And I had only like just cracked my beer, so Steve finished it for me. And then they went in their trucks and they watched us for like another 25 minutes, and then they left. And you know, after that, what's left? So we drove home and got drunk on my front step. But so that's what happened. And I mean, we really could have been arrested. Someone left a comment on the Instagram thread that said all of my friends got arrested there this summer. And I think, you know, our case really checked out. Not me. I was probably like the most, I don't know, scoundrel present, because they did think I was flashing them my dress, and I don't think they believed I was a shampoo girl. But who knows? That kind of stuff happens sometimes when you're out there in the woods, backwoods kind of place. I don't know. But a game warden is basically just like a police officer who takes care of the wildlife, and a warden, I guess, is like a really high tier police officer. I don't know. I was going to share that story for Tattoo Talk Tuesday, but a lot of people get pretty upset when I say stuff like something weird happened to me because I was tattooed. And people are like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, that was weird though. He thought I was going to lift my dress, so that was weird. And he thought I was a tattoo artist. Even though he let the other two guys who were present explain what they were. Carpenter, plumber. No, you're a tattoo artist. I was like, no. Oh, and then they talked trash on our Bronco. That's what it looks like. It was hit by a Ryder truck. So yeah, it has mismatched doors. Anyway. So that was really weird. And you know, that stuff happens, and you just have to like take it with, I don't know, a smiling face. Please don't arrest me. Sure, you can look at my tattoos. Tattoo artist? I wish. I got this question on questions about this yesterday, and it seems to be a big thing on YouTube. And it is, are you going to make a video on the whole YouTube demonetization situation? And there has been a lot of talk about YouTube censoring stuff and demonetizing videos. And YouTube's official statement was that this is not a new thing. And a couple times, I guess this year and last year, I lost monetizing rights on 2 of my videos. And after emailing them, I think I got them back. It just took a couple days. And I think it's kind of right on par with the videos that have lost monetization. And it was my like organic tampons video. And then I think like safety tips to save your life video. And after that, like I didn't get any notifications, but I noticed like on my video manager that the monetizing rights had been taken away, and instead of like a green like icon next to the video, it was orange. So I emailed them, and it took like 24 hours, and then they turned it back on, and they never really explained to me why. And I guess that was just because those videos talked about vaginas and then talked about staying safe. And in safety videos, I feel like you have to talk about, you know, what could happen. So maybe some language on there. Also the comments on there, there's a lot of words being thrown around in the comment section, and I can't always delete them. And then people share experiences in the comment section that I'm sure come up in the video and maybe make it flagged for this censoring. Honestly, I was really worried yesterday. I posted this on Twitter where it was like me just like hunched over my phone, like listening to Philip DeFranco because I just was like so upset. My coworkers were like, "Are you upset today?" And I was like, "I might lose my YouTube channel." I mean, I was really worried because I do speak on here how I speak in life, which is like a sailor, but I guess not. I think I just talk like I'm from Philly, and that's just how we all talk to each other. It's how I talk to my mailman. What the fuck's up? And I worried because my channel does talk about like tattooing, and on 5 Friday I talk about my life, which isn't like super PG or whatever. So I was a little worried about that, but then I read from YouTube creators' Twitter that the policy has always been around, but now it's more public. And then I thought, oh yeah, some of my videos have experienced this before, so maybe that does sound right, and maybe my content will be okay. So just hoping that my channel won't be too affected by this. I don't do a lot of sponsored videos, and I don't take a ton of sponsorships, so the revenue from my channel is all through monetizing. I mean, and then I assume most of my viewers use ad block, which does affect my monetizing. So they say about 40% of people use ad block, so that's 40% of potential revenue that you don't receive. And then if one of your videos gets flagged, it's 100% revenue that you don't receive. So, I mean, I was really worried. I can't say I wasn't. My memory card is full. But yeah, I don't want YouTube to change, and you know, people leave those awful comments, but then you kind of get used to, and it stops hurting so bad, I guess. I'm glad that I am undesirable to middle-aged men because I have ruined my skin. That actually has turned into a compliment to me, so I feel pretty good about that. But this is 5 Fact Friday. Thank you guys so much for submitting and asking me things, and you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I update that all the time, and I'm trying to get better about it. So yeah, let me know. And it's cool to have Twitter because I can use it on my computer, and I'm not trapped on my dying cell phone to interact with you guys. Username is Qcknd. Thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up. That would really help me out. Keep 5 Fact Friday alive and one of the strongest series on my channel. We are 7 videos away from 300 videos on the channel. And I think I told John the other day that there were 46 episodes of 5 Fact Friday. So give this video a thumbs up for number 47. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for those videos that are coming out. And until next time. Bye. Hey everybody, it is Qqcknd and welcome back to 5 Fact Friday. This week's 5 Fact Friday is going to be all viewer appreciation.